It is currently the peak of LEGO buying season. Hundreds of LEGO sets are due to retire by the end of the year. But on today's episode of BrickTalk, the LEGO investing podcast, we're taking a break from buying to sit back and grade our pickups thus far.
This is a great idea, DG, but it is hard to grade with just one-on-one. And so we're bringing in a third person to this podcast.
Hey guys, it's Brian from Brick Domain.
What's your first pickup that you want us to grade?
All right, the first set is the Disney Celebration Train, set number 43212, MSRP of $39.99. I got 20 of them from Walmart for $21.74 each on average. That's 46% off. It has a 1 year, 9 month shelf life also.
Yeah, so it is a pretty short shelf life, less than 2 years. Of course, it's part of the Disney 100 celebration, which thus far has only produced duds for investing. So $40 for this, I think, is a ridiculous MSRP, but getting them at 46% discount like you, that's a great start to a LEGO investment. And even if you can only sell this for MSRP, you're already in the green. We've also had some big misses recently from Disney in the last couple of years. So I don't love this set, but I do love your $22 buy price. And I also like the fact that you've picked up, did you say 20 of them?
Yeah.
I'm going to call it a mid set, but you did get an amazing deal. I'm going to give this one a B. Kevin, what do you think?
All right, DG is going with a solid B. So I'll go through what I like about this set first. The good is that it's a train. There's also good in these 6 minifigures. 3 of them are unique, and there's a lot going on for a 4+ set. The bad, though, is because it's 4+, the price is very expensive. Other than the minifigures, when we remove them out of this photo, the rest of these pieces are just pretty standard LEGO pieces, not much special to them. The train does not go on standard LEGO tracks, so it's going to be a standalone playset. And so for me, the big question comes down to, will the minifigures carry this set on the secondary market? I think that's all that's here. So DG, I'm pretty near to you. I'm going to go B+ because I'm always the optimistic one on our podcast.
All right, B's, not too bad, but let me give a little bit of my explanation for why I think this is an amazing investment from a perspective of someone who's looking to double their money after a year to a year and a half and selling on Amazon. 6 figures, 3 of them are unique, and the total value of those minifigures right now, according to BrickLink, is $28.63. So that is way over my buy price. It is almost 75% of the MSRP. And this set probably isn't going to do that well on eBay. But for me as an Amazon seller, I think this is going to kill because it appeals to so many different franchises. You have Mickey and Minnie, Tinkerbell, Peter Pan, Woody, Moana. Like, people are going to be searching for these characters, and this set's going to pop up on a lot of different searches. It has really solid demand, 1,000 sold per month outside of Q4. When it's in Q4, it's selling about 10,000 units a month. For a set at this price point, I'd say it's a pretty average set, so nothing crazy there. The one thing that I'm not happy about this set is that supply is really increasing on Amazon. On Amazon, there was around 30 sellers in the summer, but now it's up to 65 sellers, so I am concerned about a little bit of oversupply. But at the end of the day, for me to double my money at a $21.74 buy price, I only have to sell it for just under $60 on Amazon to double my money after shipping and fees.
This is something that we notice when sets go on widespread deep discount is a lot of resellers load up, and then right about a month after that sale ends, you have all those sellers send them into Amazon, and you see that seller count climb up, 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 up. On the flip side, on a set like the Batman Shadowbox, which is off to a tremendous start, that set was never discounted. I think the best deal you could get on it was triple VIP a couple of months ago. Because it was never discounted, a lot of resellers never picked it up. So the supply is extremely low, which has led to its tremendous bump in price just a couple weeks after retirement.
Yeah, I've been watching that set for most of the year. The supply has been so low the entire year. The only concern I had was, is this set actually popular enough on LEGO? Did they overproduce it? Is it going to go on a big sale at the end of the year? And so I veered on the side of caution, didn't invest in any. But for everyone who got it, congrats. I think it's like over $700 on Amazon.
And I'm kind of the same way. I approach the large sets over $200 with a lot of caution. Will it go on sale? Will it have zombie stock? Above all, I don't want to have a significant portion of my capital tied up in a bad set. And just buying one unit of a bad set could be a couple $100 that I could have spent on $20 Speed Champions or $16 battle packs, Kevin.
I hope that's not foreshadow, DG. Please tell me.
Wait and see.
So talking about Shadowbox, I'll pat myself on the back. I was one of the few people that had any type of optimistic words about this set. But everybody knows that I'm optimistic about most sets. So really, that's not an achievement on my part. But I was very concerned because of the huge price point and all of the black and gray and no other color.
And I guess what that Shadowbox is kind of showing us is it is possible for a set to perform amazingly as an investment, regardless of what's in the box, what the pieces look like, what the design is. At the end of the day, it really comes down to supply and demand.
100% agree. If you were watching on Amazon, it had under 10 sellers almost its entire shelf life, and the lowest price was like $600. So the moment it sells out, $600 is its going rate.
Seems so obvious now in hindsight, doesn't it?
It's all about that risk.
Yep.
I've said this many times on my videos. I prefer to invest in sets that have high sales velocity, lots of liquidity. I don't like being stuck with my investments, unable to sell them.
All right, guys, my turn to tell you about one of my recent pickups, and I'm going to Star Wars.
Ho ho, let's go. I've gone from a Falcon hater to a Falcon fan.
So it is Millennium Falcon. Obviously, this is a great set to pick up. I mean, it's only been out for like 5 years. It's finally retiring at the end of this year. But I got 3 of these from Target for $103.35. I picked them up because of a little tip from DG when we were recording a podcast a couple of months ago.
So my first question would be, what is your goal with this set? Or are you trying to sell it in 2 years for double your money? Or are you trying to hold it for longer or shorter?
Well, now I'm nervous to answer that because I honestly don't know. I just said to myself, I never invest in Millennium Falcons. But the big reason I wanted to pick it up is because the next Millennium Falcon that just came out is the Dark Falcon. And the reason I never pick them up, and I think we all think alike on this, is, hey, the next one is coming. And we know there's the midi scale Millennium Falcon. That doesn't count. But we know the next pretty standard, pretty typical Millennium Falcon is coming. And so it's going to dilute your previous investment that's on the secondary market. Because it's this one, I think that there will be a gap in the market for a standard canonical Millennium Falcon. And so I do see this one doubling.
I agree with you, Kevin. We definitely have an opportunity in the market for this scale of a classic Millennium Falcon. But 3 years, you don't think another Millennium Falcon of this scale is going to come out within that time? I mean, I think a year. I think we have to sell this set within a year to get the best return possible. And the second concern I have for this set, which we cannot predict at all, but is lingering stock. I could see Amazon have this set 8 months into retirement. Like we saw the X-Wing from Amazon sell 50,000 units over May the 4th, and they still didn't sell out. So we know Amazon likes to load up on a few sets. I think this set could potentially be one of those. But if not, I think a lot of people are sleeping on this set, and there could be some really good opportunity. For a grade, Kevin, I'll give this set a B.
Especially getting it for under $110. If you look at the price history on this set on Amazon, it's sold well over $200 very frequently, nearly every Q4 that it's been out. As soon as another gray Playscale Falcon leaks, all the sellers that have this set are going to rush to send it into Amazon. Your price is going to plummet. And if Amazon has any zombie stock, that's going to reduce the window that we can potentially sell this set profitably even more. Kevin, I'm going to go a little harsh. I think if you're going to hold this for 3 years, that is an F-tier investment, my friend. This is not a long hold whatsoever. I have a lot of conviction in this set newly. At first, I was very down on it, but due to the gap in the market that we've talked about, I'm now very, very high on this set. I almost wish I could pick up more. So for the long hold, this is F tier, but I think there's some serious opportunity for the short term. I'm going to give it an A- short-term potential.
I got 3 grades out of 2 different people. That's pretty awesome. Well, since I don't have a choice, I respect the grades that you gave me, and it will be a fun one to track and see how it does over the next couple of years.
Well, since we talked about Disney and then Star Wars, I'm going to bring it to a new theme. Harry Potter, Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. This is set number 76422. $90 price point, just an 18-month shelf life. Of course, the set is Target exclusive, and back in April, Target put it on a rare 30% discount. I picked up 3 copies after sales tax and some other small discounts. I'm at about $65 buy price. Target exclusives rarely go on a deep discount. I'm curious to see what you guys think of this set.
I just have to jump in first here. This is one of my favorite sets for investing this year. There are so many good things about this set. Well, we can talk about the minifigures. I'm pretty sure their value is like $50 right now. This set has great continued collectability. It's the first in a line of Diagon Alley Harry Potter sets that are coming out. We still have Madame Malkin's robes currently on the market. That is not a retailer exclusive. So people are seeing that set. They're going to want to go and buy this set that had limited availability only from Target. And then there's a third set in this line that's coming out next year. I think that $65 buy price is probably one of the best discounts you can get for it besides getting it directly from Lego and stacking on discounts. The only other time I think we could see a big sale on this set is from Target during Black Friday. So I think this was a good bet pick some up now, maybe buy some more over Black Friday or from Lego to decrease that cost. I'll give this purchase an A. I would have given it an A plus if we could have gotten the buy price a little bit below $60. That's what I would like to see personally, but I still think you're going to do great with this set.
Brian, I'm glad you went first. I know you love this set. I have a different take. I'm going C+. I like the purchase price. For the record, I do have one at the same price, but I got it a month or so ago when there was the second round of this set being on sale from Target. But I have some issues and some concerns. But recently, Harry Potter sets are not doing as well. But I will caveat that there are a few that have retired last year or the year before that have done much better than anybody would have expected. Fluffy's Encounter is a good example. My concerns are that it's only a 3.7 on brick set. I don't see huge demand for it. And the set itself, yes, the minifigures are great. They are the selling point. But Harry Potter minifigures have shown that they have a ceiling. They don't just go up and keep going up. I believe these 7 exclusive minifigures, because in part they are exclusive, have pretty much already hit that ceiling. So I don't see much additional growth from the minifigures. So now we need the build to help us out a little bit. And the build just isn't that good. I think it's very skeleton-like, and I don't mean the actual human-like figure out here, even though that is a little thin. You know, there's no roof on it. We do have the $400, basically modular version of all 4 of the Diagon Alley buildings. Those are $100 each, because 4 in the $400 set, and this is $90. I don't see where the runway is unless you get it on the good discount. And so again, at the decent discount that DG and I got them, and I think Brian, you got some too, I'm okay with that. But I'm worried about how far the runway is going to go.
I want to throw a quick challenge to the idea that there are not very many Harry Potter sets that are performing well. I don't know if you could pull up the 2023 retired Harry Potter sets on Brickset. For Privet Drive, that set is not doing well. I'll give you that. It's been out for a long time. It was very oversupplied. Hedwig, still in stock from Barnes & Noble. We can skip that. Polyjuice Potion Mistake, I'm pretty sure that set's at $30, 50% over MSRP. Hogwarts Hospital Wing, that set was at like $80. I think it's come back down to earth, maybe around $70. These are all Amazon prices from my head, so fact check me at home if you want to. Hogwarts Magical Trunk, we knew that set was overpriced and oversupplied. It's not doing well. Hogwarts Carriage and Thestrals, that set I think is only like $26, so it's not the best, still over MSRP. Sirius's Rescue, that set did go over $70, but I think it's still in stock from Barnes & Noble right now, so you could do a little arbitrage there if you wanted to. Ministry of Magic, this set was discounted 50% off since like the midway through 2023, so we knew this set wasn't going to do the best. Hungarian Horntail Dragon, Target exclusive, that's like $80 plus, MSRP of $50. 12 Grimmauld Place, doing amazingly, over $200. All these house banner sets are at least $10 over MSRP right now. So if you got a good discount on most of these sets that we didn't obviously know would be a bad investment, you're doing really well right now if you're selling on Amazon. I will note that on eBay, they're not doing quite as well. So if you are only on eBay, I wouldn't go as hard on them, but I think Harry Potter is very overlooked right now.
And one other reason, DG, I'm giving you a C+ is because you bought those all the way back in April. So you're holding them a little bit longer than if you had got them in the last wave. And, time is money. So that does factor in.
Totally. And when I picked those up in April, I was a little hesitant saying, this is a good 30% discount on a Target exclusive. Will there be another 30% chance? And like you said, Kevin, the only other time it's been 30% was about a month ago in October. Maybe we'll get a Black Friday discount on this set and we'll see it at 30% again. So I took the plunge. I did buy these sets 30% off in April. Honestly, I'm a little regretful. I'm not sure that was the best use of those 190 investment dollars. If we look on eBay, so far this set is still selling under its MSRP because it's still in stock. So looking here, scrolling through our prices, we have to remember $90 MSRP. These are getting close to the MSRP. 80 here, 90 there. This isn't a huge red flag. It's pretty normal for sets to sell under their MSRP on eBay. But for a Target exclusive, this late in its shelf life, I'm a little concerned. I don't think I'm going to add any more to my position. So we have quite a variance on our grades here. C+ from Kevin and A from Brian.
Well, that's good. It'll be another fun one to watch over the next couple of years for all of us.
So all 3 of us have copies of this?
Oh yeah, I have like 14.
Wow. What gives you so much conviction?
Well, so eBay, I don't really look at it anymore, but on Amazon, the lowest price is like $100. And it's just that continued collectability. Like I've had to change like the way I look at things for Amazon. The fact that we know there's 3 sets in this line, Diagon Alley have at least 4 buildings. I like exclusive sets, but specifically Target the most because people think you can't buy a lot from them and they don't push the limits a lot. But so like there's a lot of less supply out there. I have noticed that there's a lot of flippers that have been buying this set because you can see on Keepa like the supply will really go up after sales. So I don't like that. But I think my buy price is probably, I don't know exactly because I haven't done all the calculations, but it's probably around like $58 or so.
That's a great buy price. I'm not worried about the oversupply. I'm just worried about maybe weak demand on this one.
Well, you can look at Madame Malkin's robes. The demand for it on Amazon, I think it's like $800 a month, which is pretty good for a $90 set. So we can't tell based on a Target exclusive like what that demand is, but we can compare it to the other set, and I would say the demand is pretty solid.
One concern I do have also is Target exclusive sets. Almost all of them are suppressed on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned about that. I think Amazon is just getting really good at understanding what sets are still available from other retailers. So we saw instantly with the Batcave, Shadowbox, and the Office, both of those were search suppressed, but within a day of them selling out from Walmart, Lego, you were able to find them from the search bar on Amazon.
Oh, really? I did not know that they suppress it when it's in stock at other retailers.
Yeah, so it's all about price gouging. Like Amazon, I don't know this for sure, but I'm pretty sure they're doing this because they've gotten into a lot of trouble with price gouging, especially over COVID. And so they put in these measures to make it seem like they're being more fair. But I will say there are some exceptions, like some sets don't get unsuppressed once they go out of stock. Not really sure why, but Amazon decides a market rate, and if it's way above that market rate, then it will stay suppressed. All right, my second set I have for y'all is 76275 Motorcycle Chase Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. As you can see, it's MSRP of $9.99. I currently have 63 of them that I got from Target for an average cost of $6.47. 35% off. I would have liked a little better discount, but I'm still happy with it.
63 copies picked up, and yet I haven't even seen this set talked about once. Kevin, do you know if anyone's mentioned this set for investment this year?
I mentioned it in one video.
And that tracks perfectly because I just looked at my spreadsheet. It has one mention and an enthusiasm score of 2.
I did consider this set early on this year when I saw it was on the retirement list, and the part that especially interests me is this Doc Ock figure, because of course there is a version of this figure from back in 2004 that goes for $72 in new condition. Other Doc Ocks like this one, $38, $22, and $15. Now, of course, this Doc Ock is available in just a $10 set, so this minifigure is never going to be $70. So pretty much after I found that out, I lost all my enthusiasm for this set, and I haven't looked at it since. Without knowing anything else, I'm going to give this pickup a B.
Brian, great set that you're bringing to this segment. I'm going high. I am going A grade on this, and I would go A+, other than the fact that sometimes these $10 sets can be found and sourced at pretty large quantities at under $6. And so it's possible that there's still that chance out there. And if you got these for, $575, $550, then that'd be an A+. But we're looking at less than $3.50 for each of these minifigures. Yes, DG is right. This is not going to a $50 or even $30 minifigure, but it could go to $20. We've seen this with $10 city sets. You get them for $6, $7, and then in a year they're $35 on Amazon. I see this as an easy triple of your money in a year on Amazon. Now it just comes down to the whole, thank God we're doing Amazon so that you can do the high quantity to make it worth your time. And I do want to point out, Brian, and I know you held this back, it has a 1-year shelf life. That is fantastic for the exclusive Doc Ock.
The way I see it, this set has a couple great things going for it. Your casual buyers on Amazon who are not Lego fans, little Timmy says he wants a Doc Ock Lego set for Christmas, so grandma gets on Amazon and says Lego Doc Ock. That insulates this $10 set from having its demand diluted by other $10 Spider-Man sets because of that Doc Ock figure. He's been made a couple of times, but he's not the most popular Spider-Man figure, and he doesn't appear in a ton of different sets. And once again, Brian, I do like that you've gone deep in this. 63 copies. If all goes well, you could be one of just a handful of sellers on Amazon. Maybe not after we've blown the top off it on this episode.
So as Kevin said, it's only been out for a year. This set moves really crazy numbers on Amazon. Okay, so it is selling typically 6,000 units a month on Amazon, which is crazy high. Right now, it's only at 3,000 a month, but that's because it's been at full price. It's never been discounted more than 20% on Amazon. There's always been low supply for this set. Under 30 sellers throughout its shelf life. For that ratio of around 6,000 sold per month and only 30 sellers, that's really great for me to see. The lowest seller on Amazon right now is $16. So the moment this sells out, The lowest it's available for is $16. And within a few weeks, I could see this easily hitting $20 plus. As y'all have mentioned, there are 2 figures, the unique Doc Ock. Both of the figures combined are worth $8.43. It's not a ton of value, but it's still almost the MSRP of the set. So if they were to just grow a little bit in value, that is a great sign. And I know some people don't like these small sets, but if you're doing Amazon FBA, if you have $500 worth of one set, it's very easy to ship them in, put the stickers on the label, and they'll sell through quickly. There may be a higher return rate if they get shipped in a bag. People don't want them to be crushed. But think about it this way. If you have a $500 sale on Amazon and it gets returned, that's all your risk in one set. Here, it's very diversified. And if you have a couple returns, it's not going to break you. And I ran it through the Amazon revenue calculator. And for me to double my money based on this buy price, I would just need to sell it for a little bit over $20 to double my money. So with that being my goal, I think I will easily be able to sell it for that price plus within a year.
I think I make a mistake with Spider-Man sets, which is I don't know much about the source material, so I just write them off completely. I don't even investigate the supply and demand. And I'm probably passing over some amazing Lego investments like this one. Maybe I'm starting to think that maybe that's a mistake.
Well, so DG, you and I have talked about this in the past, though, that if you feel like, hey, because I know Lego in general, I should know everything about every theme, you can actually trap yourself and get caught. And you have to be careful of that. So we've talked about how it's smart that, hey, if you just don't know a theme yet, then no reason to dive in without doing the homework and the research because you're likely to make mistakes.
So personally, I don't think it really matters much about your familiarity with the theme. A small $10 set selling 6,000 units a month, and the lowest price available is $16. I mean, it doesn't matter what theme it is. For me personally, I'm going to buy it.
All right, you guys, I am next. I got a good one for you. It is The Office. We know the story on this set. It was not retiring, and then it found its way onto the retirement list, so it is retiring at the end of this year. It did go out of stock at Lego.com. I feel like it was 3 or 4 weeks ago. It went out of stock at Walmart. It is a Walmart exclusive, and so the second it came back in stock at Walmart, I went ahead and bought 3 at full MSRP. What do you guys think?
Kevin, we've talked about this set at length on the podcast many, many times. 15 unique minifigures. Lego sitcom sets have done phenomenally in the past, so this set has a lot of things going for it. A lot of value in the box, too, at that MSRP. Unfortunately, paying MSRP is almost never a good thing when Lego investing. It's also not even Black Friday. How are you going to feel if this goes $90 on Black Friday?
Terrible. Thanks for asking.
And because this set has strong demand, even at its MSRP, maybe retailers will be reluctant to put it on sale. And of course, if it goes on sale in the future, you can average down, you can load up more, or you can return your full price copies. Your timing is great. Of course, this has begun to be intermittently in stock and it's starting to dry up. But man, that buy price, I worry for you.
Give me that grade.
It seems like this set has come out of nowhere because it came onto the retirement list late, and then ever since that happened, it seems like people have not stopped talking about it. So I'd be worried myself that a lot of Lego investors are piling into this set. The fact that it's climbing the mentions table so rapidly does worry me. I think I might prefer to be a little sneaky like Brian here and buy a set that no one else is talking about. So for your full price pickup, Kevin, I give it a C-.
Kevin, MSRP, please, the FOMO behind this set and people going out and buying it MSRP, I just can't support. It's a great set, but at MSRP, if you're looking to double your money, you're gonna have to sell this at least for $300. And depending on your time frame, I don't know how fast you want to sell it, but it's going to be tough to get there. I really am concerned that Walmart is going to get a lot more back in stock, just like we saw with the trash compactor diorama that is still in stock from Walmart right now. That was also a Walmart exclusive. And now Lego has it on back order for 60 days again. So seeing Lego ramp up production on this set again, I could see it lingering in stock. And this could be an investment that you may end up regretting, depending on how much profit you're looking to get. If you got it for like $80, I mean, it's an A for me, but at MSRP, that's an F.
My question is, why would you pick these up at MSRP from Walmart when you could just pick them up from Lego for the same MSRP and get a gift with purchase, VIP, potentially use some further discounted gift cards?
Because they were out of stock at Lego when they went back into stock at Walmart. I didn't know they were going to come back into stock at both places. All right, well, Brian, I was hoping you were going to give me a D- and not an F because you can't go any lower than an F. And I was going to tell you guys that you were both being very generous in your grades because I would grade myself an F on this one too. Yep, I fell victim to FOMO. I love the set. I love the show. I was very surprised when it went out of stock from Lego and Walmart, and I was worried that that could be the end. And in hindsight, obviously, it's very reasonable to think that it would come back. As you mentioned, some previous Walmart exclusive have had that same pattern, but I just wasn't sure, and I really didn't want to miss it because this is an idea set, and it's not like Lego's going to produce another one of this. Like, these minifigures are exclusive for a lifetime. It really seems like this show is going to be very popular for many years to come. I think there will be a cult following for many years to come, but now in hindsight, I'm kicking myself. But there is more to the story, because once it came back to Lego.com, and once I saw that this Books Are My Passion GWP is doing as well as it is doing, I actually went and bought 3 more off of Lego.com and got these Books Are My Passion GWPs. $120, $35 on this. Now I'm down to $85 plus a little bit of insider points. I'm feeling much better about that.
Yeah, I mean, if it actually did like go out of stock for good, I mean, it wouldn't have been bad for sure.
No, it wouldn't have been. No.
All about that risk reward.
Yep.
And as soon as it did go out of stock, I saw the Amazon price jumped up to, I think, 180. That's great to see when it sells out at 120. You have no sellers at 140 or 160. It goes straight to 180. That's probably because this set has been seldomly discounted. People aren't willing to let them go for 150. Well, Kevin, I'm glad you brought that last set up because I have a different direction to go. Speaking of great sets that we paid too much for, this City Space Construction Mech 60428. We talked about this set a couple of episodes ago, and I was very proud of the fact that not one other person had mentioned this set as a potential Lego investment. However, since we posted that video, we've seen a lot of comments saying, that's a great idea. I think I'm going to load up on this set. It's an $11 city set, 1 year shelf life, 140 parts in the box. So I'm ashamed to say that I jumped the gun on this set. I was not patient enough. I picked up 25 from Walmart at a buy price of $7.29. And then within a month of that happening, I started seeing it for $6 and even for $5 and change on Amazon. I averaged down and I picked up another 25 from Walmart at a buy price of $6.64, which makes my overall average for the 50 units I have $6.96.
DG, you know where I stand on this set. I knew nothing about it until you brought it up, and I would be hypocritical to not give you an A because I went and picked up some myself. I think I have 15 of them. And yeah, I'd love to give you the A+, but I got all of mine at that $6 price, and you dollar cost average down to the $6.90 something. I still think you're in great shape. It is space themed. And it's a little city mech. I mean, mechs historically have done well, even though new mechs are too many of them. Mech fatigue, but mechs historically have done well. A lot of nice little pieces, great for kids. It's one of those $10, $11 sets that's easily going to go for $30 on Amazon. Or let me say 25 and a triple of your buy-in price. So, yep, minor downgrade because of your first batch of 25. But I love it. You've got me on this set.
So what's the grade?
Gave you an A.
Oh, okay. Seems a little generous to me, but we'll wait to see what Brian has to say.
I have to agree with Kevin. I think this was still a pretty good pickup. You know, you did the right thing at the time. You thought this was a good discount. It was the lowest you'd seen. It went even lower. You bought more. You averaged down. That's exactly what you should be doing. And pardon my disengagement when Kevin was talking, but I was looking on Amazon and it's out of stock right now. There is one seller at $7.99, but after that, the next lowest is $15, and there's only 23 sellers. So you say people have been commenting about it, but there's still not a ton of supply out there, and I think overall it's pretty under the radar, and you'll be able to double your money pretty easily at that buy price. So I have to agree with Kevin. That's an A for me as well.
Nice.
For my third and final set, I have Tales of the Space Age 21340, MSRP of $49.99. I have 28 of them. I got 3 from Target for 50% off earlier in the year. And then recently from Kohl's during their big sale a few weeks ago. My total average cost for these sets is $27.92, which is 44% off.
Well, first of all, $27 buy price. That is the lowest of anyone I've talked to or read about online. So kudos to you on that one. I also picked up quite a few of these. I've got 18. It's a great set, ideas set. We've talked it to death. The value in the box is amazing. The fact that it's 4 little vignettes. The third-party price when it's out of stock on Amazon has been over $55, $60, $65. So that's a good sign. I think it's a strong set for investment. And I think the fact that you got it at such a good discount, this is going to be an A+ investment for you.
I like the fist pump, Brian. That's great, man. All right, so I'll just jump to the chase. I totally agree. A+ investment. But I think I got mine at equivalent 51% off. But the math on that is a little bit convoluted, a little bit shifty. It's not improper or anything, but when Kohl's was having those huge deals, I ended up picking up 76 total sets, and 12 of them were the Tales of the Space Age. And I had 2 others at the 50% off from Target back a while ago. And of the 76 sets, a bunch of them were a little battle pack that we might be talking about in a minute. I didn't look at my total percent off by set. It was just after all 76 sets, and I used all of the $10 off of 50 and the 3X membership rewards and the $10 on 50 Kohl's cash and everything else. My average was 51% off.
I think we all bought the same sale, and I haven't actually done my accounting for this set. I just have a big placeholder in there, so I don't actually know what my average is. I think it's the same as Kevin.
Yeah. So Brian, maybe yours was, because I'm sure you got a bunch of different sets at Kohl's. So maybe if you do it just kind of by total number of sets, you're probably right there at about that 50% off.
Yeah, for sure. If you average it all out, I'm sure.
Okay, good. All right, so we all got the same on that. So yeah, A+ set. I've been between DG and I've been the primary champion of this set. Not to take anything away from DG, he was the primary champion of the last set, which I dove in on. But I love this set. It's selling at full price. It's selling $1,000 a month on Amazon right now. For a $50 set, that's not amazing, but it's solid. There's demand there. It's space themed, but it's not like your typical Lego space theme. We know space in general does well for Lego, but instead it's more of the whimsical artwork, fantasy type space theme. And so I love it.
Awesome. I'm glad we're all on the same page here. I agree. Just to quickly run through my analysis on it, we touched on a lot of the things here, but it sells on average about 2,000 units a month, like when it's 20% off, which is pretty good for a $50 price point. But even though there's this great demand, the supply is really low. It's consistently in the high teens or 20s. Currently, there are only 18 sellers, none below MSRP. And I was iffy on this set at the beginning of the year. I really didn't see any continued collectability for this. I didn't know what would remind people to go back and get it, but I can't deny the demand for it. And I think it's going to continue into retirement. And at my buy price to sell on Amazon, double my money after fees and shipping, I have to sell it for $75. So seeing it could hit $70 pretty easily already once it sells out, I feel really great about this investment.
Those are some great metrics. I love this set more and more that we talk about it.
I felt the same way. I was iffy toward the beginning of the year, and still my concern with this set is, will it become irrelevant? Will the demand just completely redirect into something else? But getting them at such a great discount, this is going to be a good one.
All right, guys, I foreshadowed this a minute ago. Continuing that 50% off week at Kohl's, I picked up 40 of these at the equivalent 50% off price, so $10 each. Of course, a third of them came absolutely crushed and pancake because Kohl's loves to stuff, 4 or 5 of these into one of those shipping bags and then put all the heavy boxes on top of them. So I'll have to figure that out. I think my kids and I might have a small Ahsoka's clone trooper army before too long, but the other ones are going to do well, in my opinion. And I know where DG stands on this pickup, but I want to hear Brian's grade on this set. I know that you at least pay attention to the battle packs, but I don't recall you being as high as DG on these. So I'm curious what your grade is.
I am right there with DG. I believe I have 86 of this set.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure my average cost is around the same price, 40% off. And yeah, this is going to do amazingly. I wish that we had the 501st Battle Pack also retiring this year to drive to diversify the demand a little bit and the supply of the set. But at 50% off, you're going to kill it. It's another A investment for me.
All right. Well, I didn't mean to throw you a softball, but appreciate. I'll do the fist pump. Yes, on the grade.
Yeah, I think we all bought the same deal on this set. 20% is okay, but by the time we get to 40% or even 50%, yeah, that's a no-brainer. And yes, you're going to have some loss or some slippage with some that come smashed. Yes, you're going to have to purchase some from yourself for the personal collection or return them to the retailers. But on those that you keep, I don't have the ROI calculator, but I think on a $10 set to double it, you got to sell for what, 35, 32?
Just plugged it into the Amazon revenue calculator, and it looks like you'll have to sell for about $34 to double your money if you bought it at $12.
One small hesitation I do have with this set is the slower sales volume compared to the 501st and compared to other battle packs. It seems like this is really less in demand, and so you could have potential for that supply-demand balance to go upside down. and for this to have really slow growth. But like we said, getting them at that $10, $12 buy price, there's no way you lose money. I get an A+.
To me, the $34 to double the investment seems pretty easy after a little hold time.
My last set that I would like you gentlemen to grade for me today, another Harry Potter set, 76389, The Chamber of Secrets. $150 MSRP, frequently available for 20% off, making it $120. Very long shelf life, over 3 years. 11 minifigures, 10 unique. A couple of weeks ago, this set went 30% off at Target, but that was off of its already 20% off price, and then Amazon matched that. I picked up 5 of these at $90 and 5 more at $84, which averages out to $87 buy price for my 10 copies of this set. Give me a grade.
I like this set a lot. I bought at the same sale from Target, and I'm pretty sure my buy price was around the same, had some discounted gift cards. People are looking past the Harry Potter theme. I know we talked about it earlier. The one concern about this set is that it's part of the second Hogwarts modular line that is being discontinued at the end of this year, and they're starting a new line that's already out right now. So that's the one concern I can see for this set. Besides that, this set sells crazy volume. It sells like 1,000 units a month on Amazon at 20% off at this price. It's awesome. It's 2,000 baht. I guess it's because it was on sale. It boosted the numbers. But we see here on the sellers, there are a few people under MSRP right now. But before this Target sale, that like $160 price point we're seeing right there was the lowest seller. And so there are a few people trying to flip this set that got it at a cheap price. I'm sure those will sell through pretty quickly. I'm really excited about this set. I think we could see 200 plus pretty easily, and that will get you close to 2x. I feel like I've been really generous, but this is another A for me.
We don't mind generous. It boosts our ego. You know, we like that. So
great inflation.
Great inflation. Yeah, everybody gets A's around. Yeah, I generally agree. You guys know that I am pretty cautious with the Harry Potter line in general. So this is, you know, all of them. Like Brian, when you were going through and showing the sets that retired in 2023, you were making a great point. They are discount sets, and most Harry Potter sets do go on 20, if not 30% pretty frequently or pretty easily. And you get these, you know, then you stack a little promo in or a special deal like this, and you get them in the 30 to 40% off, and then they turn into some pretty good investments. So because all that, and because of how iconic a lot of the scenes are in this build, and the bunch of minifigures, and it's the last set that has a golden minifigure in it, I think there's a lot of remaining lingering uniqueness that can trail for a while and add to its runway. And so I do like this one. I'm going A+. I hear Brian's concern about how it's the last of the previous, was it kind of modular system, large mega castle, but I don't think that's going to hurt it at all. In fact, there might be some future demand because of that. You know, it connects in with some others. But at that price point, I'm not worried at all about the long shelf life. And the other big one for me is that 10 of the 11 minifigures are unique to this set. And I know we've talked about how Harry Potter minifigures, they get made over and over and over. So even the unique ones, how special are they? But there are some special ones in this set. So this one is just checking so many boxes. And when you're getting it in the $85 range, is that what you said, DG?
87 average.
Holy moly, that's awesome. So I also did pick up, but I only was able to find 2 when Target was having that deal. So, and I'm worried that my kids are going to be opening up one of them. I keep trying to beat them back from playing with the product, but you know, I have kids, so what can you do?
One other thing I did want to point out is that this scene and location will likely be remade in the 3rd modular series. So this set does have its days numbered in my eyes, but I don't see it being remade for at least a year, 2 years. So similarly to the Millennium Falcon, if we can knock this out in a year and a half, I don't have any concerns, but it is something to be aware of.
So it is a lot like the Falcon. It's a similar price point, and it would be a short hold, ideally. In fact, I could sell this today, probably for a profit, but I'm going to wait a couple months after retirement, see what happens to that price. Like you guys said, 2,000 baht last month at this 20% off price. If we look at the sales rank, 241 in toy building sets, which is phenomenal for a set of this price. I was glad to pick up 10, and honestly, with how quickly that went out of stock, I almost wished I pick up another 10. I highly doubt we'll see that same deal on this set again, so I'm just going to have to live with that and take my profits on my 10. So who do we think did the best?
Are we allowed to vote for ourselves?
I mean, we did only do 3, and I don't know about you guys, but I definitely cherry-picked my winners.
Yeah, I made sure they were good ones as well, so I would pick myself as well.
And I would pick myself because I self-reported that I bought The Office at full MSRP from Walmart and gave you guys an opportunity to eat that up like catnip.
You guys get a little honesty credit. I gotta say, I think Brian got the best grades overall. Those discounts are amazing, and that Doc Ock set, wow.
So what you're saying is Brian comes into our show and then beats us at our game?
Yeah, he won't be invited back.
My good set, bad set is Family Reunion Celebration 80113. There's been a lot of chatter about this set recently. Saw a lot of people talking about, oh, this could be a good investment. They like it, including some people on this call. This is a bad set, and let me tell you why. So a little background about Lunar New Year sets. They've been around for the past couple years. Lego releases them. They have 1 year shelf life. They're always low supply. They always look great before they actually retire, but then they linger in stock, and then there's no demand, and then the prices don't rise. So I understand why people like this set. It is a beautiful set. It has some amazing pieces. There's a rebrickable out there where you can combine two and create a really big modular. But at the end of the day, it's a Lunar New Year set that has really low demand, and they have a history of lingering in stock. We can go back to last year's sets. People were saying they looked beautiful. There was the Lunar New Year display 80110 that had an MSRP of $89.99. Right now on Amazon, it's going for $99, $10 over MSRP. We had 80111 Lunar New Year Parade MSRP of $129.99. And when you look on Amazon, guess what? It's still in stock, and Amazon has it for $118.75. And again, I know we cannot say we can predict lingering stock or anything, but this has happened for the past several years of these Lunar New Year sets. And so it really gives me some caution. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm very heated about this set because I invested in the 2022 and 2021 sets. I'll quickly just go through them. The Story of Neon, $80 set. Right now on Amazon, it's $72.90. Spring Lantern Festival, $120 set. It's $149.99 on Amazon. Lunar New Year Traditions, we're jumping into 2022 now. $80 set is going for $94.99. And then Lunar New Year Ice Festival, $120 set, going for $135. So at the end of the day, there is nothing that would make me think this set is going to do well in the aftermarket based on the data that we have right now. I understand it looks great, but I can't be driven by just how it looks. I just can't fight for it. And I think Amazon's going to have it in stock until June.
At least. I tend to agree. I'm very glad that I steered away from those Lunar New Year sets in past years. That ice rink looks amazing, and I would pick one up for personal. In fact, I still might. Looking at this family reunion celebration, I could see a ton of appeal. I could see a lot of people wanting to build this into their modular city, make that rebrickable modular, whatever. But if that was the case, it would show up in the sales data. And the fact is, there's just anemic demand for this set. So even with low supply, it's not going to go anywhere. I'm right there with you, Brian. I think it's a bad set. So I wonder who it might be that is left on this call that said anything positive about this set.
You guys are out of your mind. This is going to be awesome. Like usual for these sets, just a 1 year shelf life. Let's look at the price tag here. $130 for 1,823 pieces. That's already fantastic. 13 minifigures. They're basically city-like minifigures. They're all unique. Doesn't really matter, but at least there's a lot of minifigures there. I picked up 2 recently from Lego on that 30% discount, so I paid $91 each, and I got this nice little gift with purchase with that pickup. I know this isn't anything special. I think the $22 on BrickSet is ambitious. I totally agree with you guys on the other seasonal sets that we looked at. None of them jump out at me. I would not invest in any of these other than this one. But scrolling down, looking at some of the older ones, this is nice, but it's going to have a very narrow market. I did not like the Lunar New Year Traditions. It's just very chunky. And honestly, this Ice Festival set I also didn't like. But the one that I did like was this Spring Lantern Festival set. There's a lot of good in this build, and you could get this one on the 30% off also. And as Brian mentioned, it's doing all right. I think this 115 is a little low for it. And since this is the one that caught my eye and it's doing okay when you got it on discount, and the only other one in the list that is catching my eye is this Family Reunion Celebration, then I'm going with my gut and I like it. The other thing I like about this set is, yes, normally it is about $100 per month, but now that we're closer to the holidays, $900 in the past month at $130. Full price isn't bad. And let's play one of our favorite games, Guess the Part Out Value.
My guess is it doesn't matter. It's a terrible investment in any case.
You still have to guess because I brought the game. So give us a guess, DG.
I'm going to say 180.
I'm going to go much higher, 260.
Yeah, I'm in the 250 range also. Let's hit it. 251 the last 6 months.
Oh, how convenient. Did you cheat this time too, Kevin?
I did not, but Brian, you may have seen one of our previous podcasts, but I did cheat one time and I guessed the price exactly down to the penny, even though it changed by a few pennies from 20 minutes earlier when I looked at it. But no, I did not cheat this time. That is not bad on this set. That's double the retail price and almost triple what I paid for it with my little GWP on top. Let's come back to this set real quick. I just want to show a couple of pictures, actually just one. Look at the interior. I know it's not a fully enclosed modular, but it's pretty darn close to a full-size modular because there's so much depth and so much detail. This is a rare seasonal traditional festival set that is going to have a much wider market of demand because this set can be used for so many different things, primarily as a good Chinese restaurant in city building, and of course it's got all of the holiday theming on it too.
I can agree that this one might do better than the other ones because it's less related to Chinese New Year specifically, and it's a freestanding building with its own appeal. I really like those dark green ingot pieces for the roof. That's just perfect.
I have to say, it looks amazing. I can't take that away from it. But at the end of the day, 100 plus a month and the historical performance of the theme shies me away from it. Until I see this set do really well, then maybe I'll be in on future Lunar New Year sets in the future.
May I give you a quick peek at these large Ninjago City sets, especially Ninjago City Gardens it's about to retire, the original Ninjago City. Do we see any potential similarities in the detail and the colors and the design? I think there's something there. And if you guys remember, the original two that have already retired in the Ninjago City theme have more than doubled in value. I'm not saying this one is going to go crazy like those two, but I think there's runway here.
That's quite a stretch.
It is a stretch, but I'm having fun.
Yeah, Kevin likes to stretch.
But don't forget, I got him 30% off.
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got him down to probably, close to 50. So
we're going to have to watch what happens with the sales velocity on this set as we get closer to February and Chinese New Year. Maybe this will sell multiple thousands a month. Maybe that'll deplete that supply, and we never know. This could go on to be a good investment.
All right, now it's my turn for good set, bad set, and I had to bring a new theme into this podcast. We haven't talked about any Minecraft sets yet. We've got the Sword Outpost here. It was one that you could get on a really good sale during the Kohl's Mega Blowout sales, so I did pick up a few, again, at that 50% off. 2-year shelf life seems decent. The $45 price point seems okay. I'm going with a pretty good set. I'm not crazy confident, but I'm going with a pretty good set. You definitely have to get it on sale, but I like it because the pixelated sword is like the most iconic thing for Minecraft, and as far as I've seen, that Minecraft movie is still on track for 2025. Maybe a little longer hold time if I gotta wait until that movie eventually does come out, but I think there is some potential here just because it's so iconic, and I don't think most of the Minecraft sets are good investments this year.
If I could say great set, I would. This is definitely a good set in my opinion. It's my favorite Minecraft set that's retiring this year. I got a bunch during the Kohl's sale. I can't remember the exact number, but at least 20 for around 50% off. I'm definitely in on this set. It's been selling like 7,000 units a month. It's just an iconic looking set. You see this, you think of Minecraft, grandmas and parents are going to see this set on Amazon after retirement, and they're going to need to get this for their grandkids.
I've just been seeing the returns on Minecraft sets the last couple of years go down, down, down. I'm not sure I want to dabble with Minecraft much this year.
I do hear you on that, but if you look at the supply of all of these sets, look back at 2021, you'll see like over 100 sellers on a lot of these Minecraft sets. And you'll go down to the Sword Outpost. I haven't looked recently, but it's like probably 20 to 30 sellers. And you'll see from year to year to year, the supply has just gone down, down, down. But the demand is still really strong for this theme. So I think we're going to see a resurgence of this theme this year. It is really hard to pick through these sets because I'm also not a Minecraft player myself, but if I did have to pick one, it would be this one.
So demand for Minecraft has held pretty steady, like just the brand overall. I mean, my kids are into it and they got into it years ago, but I think we're close where we're going to hit that inflection point where the supply cools off enough that it crosses over the steady demand line that it turns back into an overall good theme to invest in.
And we'll see the returns go back up. All right, for my last set, I want to talk about a retiring Speed Champions set that I'm very excited about, and it's not the one you think. As everyone should know by now, I'm a bit of a Speed Champions guy, and this set I think is seriously flying under the radar. 76918 McLaren Solus GT and the McLaren F1 LM. Launched in March of 23, it is due to retire at the end of this year. That's a 20-month shelf life. Look closely here at this retail price, $35, which is pretty standard for a Speed Champions 2-pack in 2024. But look at these international prices, £40 in the UK and €45. So the same thing is happening with this set as what happened with the 76903 Chevy Corvette, which is, for some reason, the United States market gets a significantly discounted price. And I've heard from my European friends that this set has seldom been on discount over there across the pond, and it's already going for like 35, 40 euros. Looking here on the US, if we just search Lego Speed on Amazon, guess what? This is the Amazon overall pick. 6,000 bought in the last month at this 20% discount. If we look here at the Camel 3X chart, only a few times has it sold out. Early in life, over $50 when it was out of stock. Midway through its life, looks like last February, strangely, also right around $50. Recently, there's been a third-party sale at $28. I'm not sure why a reseller would liquidate just a few months before retirement, but it is what it is. As I've said in the past, I like to invest in sets that present themselves as a good value already at MSRP because it means there's a long runway. Everyone is looking at the Mercedes AMG W12 car that went on sale with Kohl's. I haven't heard any mentions of this McLaren. In fact, Kevin, how many mentions are there?
Yeah, I just looked at the table. 5 mentions year to date. Not a lot. 1.8 enthusiasm score. Not great. Speed Champions are kind of like Minecraft a couple of years ago, kind of like Harry Potter right now, where it seems like the buzz is dying off. But DG, you and I have talked about this. I'll just kind of jump to the chase. I'm all in on all the Speed Champions. I play the field on those. I love them. So I think this is I don't even know if you've said great set or good set or bad set yet, but I'm going to say great set on it. So if I stole your thunder, sorry, brother.
Yeah, I've got to go good set on this one as well. The price point is amazing. There are a lot of Speed Champion sets retiring this year, like 6 or so. It's going to be hard for investors to buy all of these. The supply is really low on them. It's similar to Minecraft. If you look at Keepa on the amount of sellers for this theme, it just goes down, down, down every year. And the demand is still very strong for these sets. So I think all of them are going to do really well. Obviously, the sets that sell earliest and that don't go on sale are going to be the ones that perform the strongest. We don't know which ones of those are, but yeah, good set. I agree with you, DG.
2 years ago, the retiring Speed Champion with the deepest discount was that 2-pack Corvette, and the performance has been amazing. Last year, the deepest discounts were the $10 Yesco and the $10 Supra. Those are already selling for $30 1 year later. So if you bought for 10, you can sell for 30. After fees, you're at close to doubling your money. I don't think this will be the deepest discounted Speed Champion set this year. In fact, far from it. I think the best discount we have seen is 20%. Notably, we did not see these for equivalent 50% off at Kohl's. Now, I will say, because there's been a lack of discounts, I have only purchased a handful of this set. I'm waiting for about $25 to see if I can manufacture some discounts. So stay tuned. Wow, a lot of agreement. Not a lot of heated debate.
I tried to bring some heated debate to it, but
no, you did.
We heated debate about family reunion. Good job, Brian.
Well, Brian, I just want to say thank you for coming on our show, being the tie-breaking vote, and lending your perspective on Lego investing.
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's been an honor talking to y'all. Love the podcast. I tune in for every episode. I look forward to seeing many more podcasts out there with y'all. And
definitely an honor for us to have you on with us. And we definitely love your channel. As you know, I watch all of your videos and I collect all the data on it. And I know DG watches all your videos. So I hope we get to do this again sometime in the near future.
Definitely.
Thank you guys very much for watching. Feel free to leave a comment down below with your thoughts and prayers for Kevin's office full price pickups. We will see you with another episode very soon.